So we have left in the yesterday's class with the lineation foliation, right? What is foliation? What is lineation? I've told you. Now, moving forward towards the new structure or the structures which are given in the syllabus. That should not be in the structural geology basically. Okay, but anyways, okay, these are dike and sill. These are the dike and sill structure. Okay, so sill is a tabular structure. Okay, sill is a tabular structure which is concordant pluton that parallels the country rock. Okay, so this is an intrusive structure. Okay, this is an intrusive structure. Say suppose this is any. Okay, this rock is any rock which is a rock which is present there. Okay, pre-existing rock. Okay, this is any pre-existing rock and anything. Okay, any intrusion. Okay, any intrusion which is parallel. Okay, which is parallel in the country rock. Okay, which parallels the country rock, or that is, say suppose this is the type of bedding. Okay, this is the type of bedding and the intrusion is parallel to the country rock. Okay, the intrusion is parallel to the bedding inside the country rock. That kind of structure. Okay, that kind of structure will be called as a sill. Okay, that kind of structure is called as a sill. Basically, sill is a concordant structure. Okay, sill is a concordant structure. Concordant structures are those structures which follow the parallelism inside the rock, right? They will align themselves along they will align themselves according to the rock itself. Okay, how the rock is present, right? How the rock is present, how the bedding is there inside the rock, and the structure will align themselves according to the bedding inside the rock, right? So that will be called as a sill, that will be called as a concordant structure, and sill is an example of this kind of concordant structure. Okay, so tabular pluton have shapes that resemble those of the tabletops. They are basically flat. Okay, they are basically flat. They have two mutually perpendicular long dimensions and a short dimension perpendicular to the other two, right? Two mutually perpendicular long dimensions and short dimension perpendicular to the other two. This is short dimension, this will be their long dimensions, right? Sills develop through injection of magma along a plane. Either it may be bedding, it may be foliation, right? Magma getting intruded. Okay, this magma is getting injected here and it will be developed. Okay, it will develop through the injection of the magma along a plane, that is bedding or foliation of weakness, the plane of weakness, parallel to the layering in the country rock. Okay, parallel to the layering in the country rock. So whatever the layering in the country rock is present, okay, it will be parallel to the country rock, right? Now, sills commonly form in low viscosity magmas and are generally less than 50 meters in thickness. Okay, they are commonly formed in the low viscosity magmas. Okay, lower viscosity magmas. Okay, because they have to flow. Okay, they have to flow, and hence they will form at the low viscosity magma, in the low viscosity magmas, and they are generally less than 50 meters in thickness. So they are smaller bodies, they are not very large bodies, right? This is sill. Okay, this is the sill. You can see in this diagram. Okay, you see in this diagram, these is a sill. Okay, these bodies or these magmatic bodies, okay, which are getting parallel, which are getting parallel to this country rock. Okay, this is the country rock in which country rock is the rock in which the magma or the lava gets intruded, right? That will be called as a country rock. And this country rock, the layering inside the country rock, okay, the layering inside the country rocks, they will or the sill will, or the magma will align itself along the bedding in the country rock or the planes of weakness in the country rock. Okay, so that will be called as sill. Okay, opposite to this is called a dike. Okay, Now, dikes are the intrusions that cross-cut the country rock layers. Okay, that cross-cuts the country rock layers. Say, suppose this is your country rock. Okay, this is the country rock. Now, the magma intrudes like this. Okay, the magma intrudes like this. Okay, so this magma, okay, this kind of magmatic intrusion, okay, which is cutting the country rock. Okay, it cuts the country rock. Okay, it will cross cut the country rock like this. Okay, it will cross cut the country rock. It won't follow any type of parallelism. Okay, it won't follow any kind of parallelism or any kind of plane of weakness. Okay, any kind of plane of weakness or any kind of parallelism or nothing like that. It will just break the rock, or it will just cross cut the rock. Okay, it will just cross cut the rock and come on the surface. Okay, the such kind of intrusion, right, such kind of intrusion will be called as a dike. Okay, this kind of structure will be called as a dike, right? Right. So dike is the discordant structure. Okay, dike is basically a discordant structure, right? Concordant is still, dike is discordant, right? Now these dikes are parallelly the dike rocks are typically more resistant to weathering and erosion than surrounding country rock. Dike exposures commonly form topographically elevated ridges. Okay, basically, when these dikes come on the surface, okay, these dikes come on the surface, they are basically resistant to weathering. Okay, these are basically resistant to weathering, and the country rock. Okay, this country rock or these surrounding rocks. Okay, these surrounding rocks. These rocks are susceptible to weathering. Okay, these are more susceptible to weathering. So what will happen? Okay, what will happen here? These rocks or these rock layers, okay, these rock layers will get removed off. The upper rock layer will get removed off, and layer of this layer of this dike, okay, the layer of the dike or the intrusion of the dike, it will remain intact. Okay, it will remain intact, and hence it will form topographically elevated ridges. Okay, topographically elevated ridges. That means an elevated area might be found near the presence of the dikes. Right. Now, dikes occur as individual structures. Okay, there can be one dike. Okay, there can be one dike, or in dike sets, or in a set. That means in a complete area of dike. Okay, that will be called as dike swarms. Okay, that is called as dike swarm. So dike swarm is basically a group of dike. Okay, group of dike or set of dikes. Okay, that will be called as a dike swarm. Okay, that will be called as a dike swarm. So this is it about the sill and dike.
सर डाईकचं कंपोजिशन पण तर सेम असेल ना पॅरेंट
पॅरेंट
रॉकची?
नाही, दॅट पॅरेंट रॉकचं कंपोजिशन वेगळं असतं. पॅरेंट रॉक म्हणजे कोणता तू हे म्हणत आहेस का? कंट्री रॉक?
हो.
नाही, बघ सी, हा झाला कंट्री रॉक, हा पूर्ण. ठीक आहे, हा पूर्ण झाला आपला कंट्री रॉक. ठीक आहे, आता हा कंट्री रॉक प्री एक्झिस्टिंग आहे. ठीक आहे, प्री एक्झिस्टिंग म्हणजे तो काहीही असू शकतो. इट मे बी इग्नियस, इट मे बी सेडिमेंटरी, और इट मे बी मेटामॉर्फिक. राईट, हा तीनपैकी काहीही असू शकतो. ठीक आहे, डाइक्स जनरली और डाइक्स आर इग्नियस बॉडीज. डाइक्स आर स्पेसिफिकली इग्नियस बॉडीज. ठीक आहे, आता मॅग्मा जेव्हा या रॉक मध्ये इंट्रूड करेल, ठीक आहे, मॅग्मा जेव्हा या रॉक मध्ये इंट्रूड करेल, तेव्हा तो जो स्ट्रक्चर बनवेल त्याला म्हणू आपण डाईक. ठीक आहे, त्याला आपण डाईक म्हणू. तो त्याचं कंपोजिशन, ठीक आहे, डाईकचं कंपोजिशन आणि कंट्री रॉकचं कंपोजिशन वेगळं असेल. ठीक आहे, ते एकसारखं कधी
ओके सर.
नसतं. ठीक आहे. इवन द डाईक्स आर इम्पॉर्टंट फॉर एस्टॅब्लिशिंग एज रिलेशनशिप. ठीक आहे. एज रिलेशनशिप, यू माइट हॅव हर्ड अबाउट दिस लॉ, द लॉ ऑफ क्रॉस कटिंग रिलेशनशिप इन स्टॅटिक. लॉ ऑफ क्रॉस कटिंग रिलेशनशिप हा लॉ एक शिकले असाल तुम्ही, है ना. व्हॉट डज दॅट लॉ सेज? व्हॉट डज द लॉ सेज? क्रॉस कटिंग रिलेशनशिप.
इंट्रूजन हमेशा यंगर होता है.
करेक्ट. ओके. Intrusion will also will always be younger, right? Intrusion will always be younger since the dike is the intrusion in the country rock. Okay, dike is the intrusion in the country rock. It will be younger than that of the country rock itself, right? And hence there will be difference between the composition of country rock and the dike. ठीक है, समझला ऋषिकेश?
हो सर.
चलो, next the stratification. Okay, stratification. Most commonly occurring penetrative planar structures are the stratification. Stratification basically they are nothing but the layering. Okay, these kind of layerings when they are called as bedding or stratification. Okay, these kind of layerings are called as bedding or stratification. Right. It depends upon thickness. If they are larger or they are thick, then they will be called as beds or bedding. If they are thin, they will be called as stratification. Okay, they will be called as the stratification, right? This is the type of primary structures. What is primary structure? Primary structure is that structure which forms during the formation of the rock itself, right? Primary structure is that structure which is formed during the formation of the rock itself, right? So when the rock was forming, okay, in which you have got the primary structure or in which you have got the stratification, that means it has formed like that, right? It has formed, it has born stratified, right? The stratification is not inherent, it is not the secondary property of any structure or any rock. You cannot provide stratification to the rock. It is the primary structure, right? In many terrains the stratification or bedding can be recognized even when the rocks are metamorphosed, right? The stratification or bedding you can see the in case of foliations. Okay, in case of foliations can be seen. So these foliations are a type of stratification itself, right? Then stratification in such rocks can be easily recognized from the presence of certain sedimentary structures such as cross stratifications. Okay, sedimentary structures, the cross stratifications are there like this. Okay, cross stratification might be there from the presence of fine laminations. Okay, fine laminations which are parallel to the interface of beds or when the earliest cleavage intersect the layering. So these are the different structures. Okay, they are the different parameters by which you can identify the stratification in any kind of rock. Okay, so the presence of stratification greatly facilitates the structural analysis of an area because the bedding and the interfaces of the beds provide us with a set of marker surface which were more or less planar and horizontal before the onset of deformation. I have told you that this is a primary structure. Okay, this is a primary structure. That means it has developed during the formation of the rock itself. So at the time of deposition of that rock, at the time of formation of that rock or the deposition of that rock, the area, okay, the area at which it has it has been deposited, that must be flat, right? That must be flat, that must be horizontal, that must be planar, right? And then if you get some of the some structures, okay, you get some structures which are twisted structures, okay, which are twisted structures or deformed structures. And even if the structures are deformed, okay, even if the structures are deformed, it will retain its original stratification, right? It will retain its original stratification, and this original stratification will give you the clue about the original horizontality or the original planar nature of that area of that rock, right? So before the deformation, right, before deformation, the area was completely flat. Okay, if there is a presence of stratification. Okay, so the structural analysis of that area, any area, okay, structural analysis of any area becomes easier. Okay, it becomes easier if you get the stratification, so that you can see or you can directly infer that this area was once flat, was once planar, and now it has been distorted or deformed. Okay, then so this is all about this stratification and the structural geology. Okay, so we have done with structural geology here. I'm ending structural geology today, right? If you have any questions regarding structural geology from class 1 to today's class, kindly ask. Then I'll move towards the another aspect of the class, that is RTI. Do you have any questions regarding structural geology? Anything? Right from the class 1 to this class.
सर ते टेस्ट करिता विचारायचं होतं. टेस्ट
बोल ना.
ते जे अपलोड केली आहे speedx.वर टेस्ट, तर ते 2-2 चान्स दिले आहे. ठीक आहे.
हो.
तर जर आपण आता जसं एक चान्स केलं तर मग नेक्स्ट चान्स कधीपर्यंत व्हॅलिड राहील सर ते?
तो व्हॅलिड आहे एक्झाम पर्यंत.
ह्या वाल्या डीजीएमच्या की मग पूर्ण डीजीएम पर्यंत?
डीजीएम पर्यंत.
आणि सर हे पीडीएफ्स वगैरे क्लासचे हे सर्व पण डीजीएम एक्झाम पर्यंत व्हॅलिड आहे का?
नाही, हे आहे 30 एप्रिल पर्यंत.
30 एप्रिल पर्यंत.
ओके. किंवा मग तेव्हापर्यंत जर आपली जीएसडीएची डेट आली तर आपण ते वाढवून देऊ, त्याचा काही इश्यू नाही.
हा, मी तेच म्हटलं, कारण की सर जीएसडीए तर
हा, जर
आतापर्यंत
जीएसडीएची डेट बघा, जीएसडीएची डेट काय येते त्याच्यावर डिपेंड आहे. जर तेव्हा जीएसडीएची डेट आली तेवढ्या याच्यामध्ये असेल तर आपण त्या जीएसडीएच्या एक्झाम पर्यंत ते ऍपचं सबस्क्रिप्शन वाढवून देऊ. That is not an issue. App is not an issue. Okay. Whatever content is available on the app is our own content. Okay. So we can give them. I can give you access for as long as I can. Okay. Or as long as I want. ठीक आहे. सो त्याचं टेन्शन घेऊ नका. ऍपचा कंटेंट कुठे जाईल ते कुठेच जाणार नाही.
ते सर आधी जर का एक्झाम झाली नाही तर आपण त्याला वाढवता येते ना?
वाढवू शकतो.
ठीक आहे सर.
ठीक आहे. डन. So I am officially ending structural geology here. Okay, and now we'll start with a new aspect and a very important aspect of this paper, and that is right to information. Okay, right to information. Okay, this is something different than whatever we have learned till now. Okay, whatever we have learned till now, or whatever we are learning in the class. Okay, so is my screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Right to Information Act 2005. Okay, Right to Information Act 2005. Now, what is this Right to Information Act? Okay. Right to information. That means every citizen of India, okay, every citizen of India, every citizen of the Republic of India has the right, okay, has the right to obtain information about what government is doing. Okay, every citizen of India has the right to know what government is doing. Okay, whatever your government is doing, whatever the parliament is doing, whatever this bureaucracy is doing. Okay, whatever the actions are being taken. Okay, whatever the actions are being taken are to be known by the people. Right, these are to be known by the people, by the citizen of India. Okay, and this right to information is a powerful tool. okay, to know about what is going on, okay, whatever is going on inside the parliament, inside the government offices, inside the government itself, right? So whatever is given, okay, whatever the information is, whatever the informations are, these informations will be provided to common citizen of India, okay, to the common citizens of India. Earlier to this act, right to information, this information was accessible only to some specific people, okay, only the specific people. Who are the specific people? Those were MPs, okay, those were MPs, MLAs, then bureaucrats, okay, bureaucrats, and people like this bureaucrats, even these bureaucrats who are at the higher posts, okay, very higher post people, right? So all these people had the exclusive access, okay, all these people have had exclusive access to the information. But now, after this right to information act, after this RTI, we as the people of India, okay, as the citizens of India, we have the all the rights to know what is going on inside the government, okay, or what government is doing for us, right? So this is the basic framework, okay, this is the basic framework of RTI, okay, of this RTI. Now, in the information, what do you need? Okay, information, what does it mean by information then? Okay, information means what can you ask for? Okay, whatever you can ask for. It is not like you can ask anything, okay, it's not like you can ask anything, okay. You can ask for records, okay, you can ask for records. That means whatever the records, whatever these records are being taken, okay, if there is a meeting in parliament, okay, if there is a meeting in the parliament, or if there is a meeting in any government office which is related, okay, which is related to common people of India, okay, the common citizens of India, you can ask for that record. You can ask for several documents, memos, then emails, opinions of the discussions, okay, opinions inside the discussions, like advices. If someone has given some advice to the government or in the parliament, you can ask for that, okay. Press release, press release is a type of information, right? Press release is a type of information. Circular is a type of information, right? The logbooks, then contracts, reports, paper samples, models, all these, okay, all these come under the purview of the information, okay. They all come under the purview of the information. Anything and everything, right? Anything and everything which gives you more, um, which informs you more, okay, which informs you more, right, or which enlightens you about anything, that is information, right? That is information. So information can be in any form, right? Information can be in any form, and these are the general forms of information, right? And from the right to information, you can access the information from any of this media, okay. Now, information can be asked from, to whom you will ask the information, right? To whom will you ask the information? You cannot go to anybody, like any any person, and say give me this information. You cannot do that, right? So according to section 2H of this RTI Act, okay, according to the section 2H of the RTI Act, you can ask the information from a public authority, okay. You can ask the information from the public authority. Now, who is a public authority? Who is a public authority? Public authority is any public servant, okay, is any public servant, right? That means your MPs, your MLAs, your MLCs, right? MPs of Lok Sabha as well as Rajya Sabha, MLAs, MLCs, if they are present, right? Then your bureaucrats, right? The IAS officers, your IAS officers, then is any government officer, okay, any government officer which is there, okay, which is there, your this patwari, talati, okay, all these people are the public authority. Even police, okay, even the policeman, okay. If you are if you visit any college, right, if you visit any college, if you visit university, okay, there is in a large font, it is written, right, it is written, the public authority or this appellant officer. Okay, appellant officer. Who is the appellant officer for RTI? Right. Go to any college, go to any university. It is written over there. Why is it so? Because they are the public authority. Right. They are the public authority. Right. Then the constitutional bodies. What are constitutional bodies? Constitutional bodies are those bodies which find their mention in the Constitution of India. Right. Which find their mention in the Constitution of India. Just like Election Commission. Okay. Election Commission of India, ECI. Right. The Election Commission of India is a constitutional body. UPSC is the constitutional body. Right. UPSC is a constitutional body, or MPSC is a constitutional body. Right. Then NCSC, NCST, NCOBC. These are the constitutional bodies. National Commission for Scheduled Caste, National Commission for Scheduled Tribes, National Commission for other backward classes. Right. These are the constitutional bodies. Right. So the bodies which find their mention inside the Constitution of India. Okay. Bodies which find their mention inside the Constitution of India. These are the constitutional bodies, right? And these constitutional bodies come under the ambit of this RTI. Right? Statutory bodies. What are statutory bodies then? Statutory bodies are those bodies which are established under a law. Okay. Statutory bodies are those bodies which are established under a law, just like Information Commission. Okay, the Central Information Commission. Okay, Central Information Commission, CIC. Okay, this is a statutory body. Okay, this is a statutory body, right? So it has been formed. This body has been formed after the Right to Information Act. Okay, so these kind of body, which are called as statutory bodies, right? And body owned, controlled, or substantially financed by government. Okay, substantially financed by the government, just like any bodies like banks, universities. Okay, then PSUs. Okay, government departments. Okay, then CSIR. Okay, all these bodies. Okay, all these bodies. These bodies own, control, and substantially financed by the government. Okay, basically, if you read the Constitution of India. Okay, if you read the Constitution of India, in Article 12. Okay, Article 12, Part 3. Okay, Part 3 of the Constitution, in Article 12, the definition of state is given. Okay, the definition of state is given. Everything, whatever is covered inside this this kind of RTI, that covers under the definition of a state. Okay, that comes under the definition of a state. Right? Go and read Article 12. Okay, read Article 12. The state, what is state? It has been defined in the Article 12. Okay, understood. So information can be asked from these bodies or these kind of people. Okay. Now, what is the process of obtaining the information? There shall be some process. Okay, there shall be some process. So the process is, you have to make a request in writing or electronic means in English, Hindi, or any official language of the area, with fees specifying the particulars of the information sought. Okay, whatever information you need. Okay, whatever information you need, what you have to do is to make a request in writing or in electronic means. Nowadays, you have to go through RTI portal. Okay, we have this RTI portal. Okay, RTI portal, and just log into RTI portal. Right, log into the RTI portal and you can file your RTI directly there itself. Right, so you can write or you can ask information in either English or Hindi or any official language. Okay, or any official language in the area. right? If you are in Maharashtra, you can ask the information in Marathi, right? If you are in Maharashtra, you can ask information in Marathi. If you want that, I want information in Assamese. Okay, I want the information in Assamese. You can ask information from in Assamese. Okay, or if you want to have the information in Kannada, you can ask the information in Kannada itself, right? So any language, any official language can be used. Okay, can be used. Official languages are mentioned in Schedule 8. Okay, the 8th schedule of Indian Constitution, right? So in the 8th schedule, whichever the languages are mentioned, you can use any of the language. Okay, you have to pay the fees. Obviously, nothing is free, right? Nothing is free. Everything comes at a cost. Okay, so it has some fees. Okay, it has some fees. You have to pay the fees, and this fees is very huge, right? Do you have any idea how much is this fee? You have to pay a huge amount.
think 10 rupees, sir.
10 rupees.
Sir, it is
Yes.
very minimum.
This much amount, right? You have to pay the huge sum of 10 rupees, right? You have to pay a huge amount of huge sum of 10 rupees for the information you need, right? Now, the information shall not be required to give any reason for requesting the information. This is a plus point as well as a negative point, right? This is a plus point as well as a negative point. Applicant shall not be required to give any reason. So you can file an RTI. Okay, you can file an RTI for any reason, and you need not to give reason. Why do you want that information? Okay, why do you want that information? Like if I am if today I will ask the information to the central government, okay, or state government, whatever. Okay, I am asking the state government or central government that what is which shall be the date of this GSDA exam. Okay, which shall be the date of GSDA exam, right? This is the information I am sorting, or this is the information I am interested in, right? So I need not to give them a reason. I need not to give them prescribe them a reason. Why do I need this information? Okay, why do I need this information? What will I do with this information is completely my call, right? So this is not the thing that you need to go for any reasoned uh, information, reasoned question, right? Now there is a misuse of this kind of facility. Okay, this kind of facility, because people keep on filing useless RTIs. Okay, people keep on filing this useless RTIs which do not mean anything, right? Which do not mean anything, right? They ask for any random question. Okay, they will ask for any random question, just like they will ask for address of anybody, right? They will ask for the address of any minister, or address of any kind of any person who is working in government, right? They can ask any meaningless RTS. Okay, so this is a misuse of the RTA. Okay, now the information is to be provided within 30 days. Okay, remember this. The information is to be provided within 30 days. Okay, this is the time limit, right? This is the time limit for CIC. Okay, this is the time limit for CIC or SIC to provide information, to provide you the information within 30 days. But if life or liberty is involved, okay, if anybody's life or liberty is involved, then the information should be given or must be given within 48 hours. Okay, and then this is given. This is the exception. Okay, this is the exception. So if if anybody's life or liberty is under threat, okay, life or liberty is under threat, then the information should be given in the 48 hours. Okay, or the normal tenure is 30 days. Okay, now this period of 30 days can extend to 35 days. Okay, this can extend to 35 days. There is one condition, or there is one problem with this. If you want to file an RTI, okay, if you want to file an RTI, you need not, or you basically don't know where to file the RTI. You know, there is RTI portal. Okay, there is this RTI portal, and in this RTI portal there is the ministries. Okay, there are ministries, then there are departments. Okay, first they will ask for the ministry, in which ministry you need to you are asking question for. Okay, for which ministry you are asking the question. Say I'm asking the question to Ministry of Economic Affairs. Okay, Ministry of Finance, right? I'm asking the question to Ministry of Finance. Okay, so under Ministry of Finance there are several departments. Okay, there are several departments. So exactly which department do I am addressing? I don't know, right? I don't know. Even I don't know that I have to ask the question to Ministry of Finance or Ministry of Commerce, right? Whether I am interested in the information which will be provided by Ministry of Finance or Ministry of Commerce. Okay, so I don't know about this. So what I will do in this case? I'll do in this case, I'll choose any random ministry. Okay, I'll choose any random ministry, any random department. Okay, any random ministry and any random department, and file my RTI. Okay, I'll file my RTI. Now it is the duty, right? It is the duty of that respective department, of that respective ministry, to forward the RTI. Okay, the forward the RTI to correct ministry or correct department, right? And this process takes 5 days. Okay, this process takes 5 days, right? So these 5 days are added to this 30 days. Okay, to this 30 days, if the application, okay, if the application is misplaced or misrouted, right? Got this? Next, now what are the rights to citizens? Okay, what are the rights to the citizens? This RTI is giving you lots and lots of rights. Okay, so what are these rights? These rights are choosing the medium of request. You can choose the medium of request, that you can ask the information in any medium. You can ask written information, you can ask electronic information, right? Let choosing the language of request, you can take any language of request, either Hindi, either English, or any of your language, right? Not stating any reason for requesting information. Why do you need information? Nobody can ask you, right? Nobody is going to ask you about why do you need the information. You can even ask the information regarding the higher these prime minister, okay, or president, right? You can ask you can ask about prime minister, you can ask about the president, you can ask about the chief election commissioner, you can ask about the chief justice of India, right? You can ask information about them. Nobody is going to question you, right? Nobody is going to question. Yeah, whether to provide information or not, it is different thing, right? Whether to provide information or not, that is a different thing. But nobody is going to ask you why do you need that information. Okay, all fees are waived for below poverty line applicants. Okay, if the person who is filing the RTI is belonging to this category, that is BPL, below poverty line, okay, then then that person need not to pay this amount as well. Okay, knowledge of reasons for rejection. If your application is rejected, okay, if your application is rejected, why your application has been rejected? Okay, why your application has been rejected, so that you can ask for that reason. Okay, and making of complaint to CIC or SIC. That means if your complaint has been rejected, you can go to the further authority. Okay, you can go to the further authority, and that is the larger authorities. SIC, that is State Information Commission. In the state level, for the central government, it is CIC, that is Central Information Commission. Okay, so that you can ask information to them as well, if the departments and these ministries are not listening to you. Okay. Now these are the obligations to the public authorities. Okay, these are the obligations of the to the public authorities, to maintain all its records. Okay, maintain all its records, whatever the questions are being asked, whatever the information is being sought, they have to maintain all records. They duly catalog and index and computerize them with reasonable time. They have to make sure that they are indexed properly, they are computerized, okay, with a reasonable time. it should not exceed the time purview or the time limit of 30 days, right? Mandatory publishing of the basic information, right? Mandatory publishing the basic information, that means directory of officers, functions performed by them, categories of docs held by it, etc., and regular updation. That means if you visit any website, okay, any government website, you visit any government website, there is something which is called as about us. Okay, this section will be there in each and every website. Okay, about us. So in about us section, the department tries to provide you information as much as possible by their own, that is suo motu. Okay, it will provide their own information, that is basic information. That means who are the people working in the organization, who is the head of the organization, or what are their official phone numbers, what are their office address, right? These are the basic information, right? These are the basic informations which will be provided by the government itself or by the department itself. So it is not like that if you want to know about um, who is the state election commissioner, okay, who is the state election commissioner, so you need not to file an RTI for this, right? You need not to file an RTI that I am filing the RTI to know about who is the state election commissioner of Maharashtra, right? It is not like that. Go to the state election commissioner website, okay, go to the website of the state election commission, and you will come to know that that person's name, photograph, qualification, everything is provided by their own. Okay, it will be provided by their own. So you need not to file an RTI for such information, such basic information. Okay, so provide as much information so moto to the public, right? As much information as they can, so that they should minimize the RTI. Okay, every administrative units offices to have PIO. PIO is public information officer. Okay, this is the dedicated person. Okay, this PIO is a dedicated person for RTI section only. Okay, RTI section only. So he will take your RTI complaints. Okay, he will take your complaints. He will sort the complaints if they are misrouted. Okay, they are misrouted or misdirected. He will transfer to the respective ministry. Right. See, to transfer misdirected requests within 5 days from the receipt of application. If I have filed RTI today, okay, I have filed RTI today, and I have misdirected the application. I wanted to go for Department of Personnel and Training. Okay, I wanted to go for Department of Personnel and Training, and but instead I directed that application, or I have filed that application to the Ministry of Social Justice. Okay, I did not know, right? I did not know where to file the RTI. So I have misdirected this. So the Ministry of Social Justice, the person, this PIO in the Ministry of Social Justice, will transfer this to the DOPT, that is Department of Personnel and Training. Right. So this will take 5 days. Okay, this will take 5 days, and this is the responsibility of this PIO. This is the obligation to the PIO or the public authorities. Right. Now, where does one appeals? Where to appeal? Right? Where to appeal? The first appeal, okay, first appeal is made to an officer within the organization. Okay, within the organization, who is a senior in rank to the PIO. Okay, so first appeal should be given to the officer within the organization. So if you want to know, okay, if you want to know about the about information in, say, in university, okay, you want to know some information about the university, so you'll go to the university, right? You'll go to the administrative office of the university, and you will find who is the first appellant officer. Okay, who is the first appealing officer here? So say Mr. X. Okay, Mr. X is the first appellant officer there. Okay, so you will write the application to him, right? You'll write the application to him, and you'll submit it. Okay, this is written form, or you can directly go to the RTI portal, and you will file your complaint from the RTI portal with this Mr. X. Okay. Now, if this Mr. X did not give you information within 30 days, okay, if this one did not, this fellow did not give you the information within 30 days, okay, or he has rejected the information, okay, he has rejected the information, that he says that I cannot provide you with this information, okay, what you can do, you can go for second appeal, okay, you can go for second appeal, okay, and this second appeal, okay, this second appeal is made to the information commission, okay, this second appeal is made to the information commission, either the state information commission or the central information commission, okay, but when you are appealing for this, there is no time limit, okay, there is no upper time limit that within 30 days, within 40 days, or within 50 days you will be provided with the information. This is not like that. Okay, the second appeal, that means the appeal in the information commission they will decide whether to provide you information or not, or even to take any action on your application or not, right? So these are the two ways, okay, these are the two ways where you can apply for RTI. Okay, now something about this central information commission. Okay. The central information commission, what is the central information commission is all about? So composition, the central information commission CIC is consists of central information commissioner, who is one central information commissioner, and such number of central ICs not exceeding 10. So maximum should be 10, right? Maximum information commissioners should be 10, right? They should be 10. They should not be more than 10. Okay, so they can be less than 10, right? They can be less than 10. Appointment is done by the president on the recommendation of the committee, okay, on the recommendation of the committee, which consists of the prime minister, okay, the committee consists of the prime minister, who is the chairperson of the committee, okay, if prime minister is there, he himself becomes the chairman of the committee for any committee, okay, for any committee. If the prime minister is the member, okay, the prime minister is a member of any committee, he automatically becomes the chairman of the committee, right? Then leader of opposition, okay, the leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, this is one member, and another member, a union cabinet minister to be nominated by the prime minister, okay, union cabinet minister, this union cabinet minister can be anybody, okay, can be anybody, any minister which is nominated by the prime minister, okay. So this is the committee, okay, this is the committee. This committee will recommend a name, okay, this committee will recommend the name, and this recommendation will be followed by the president, okay, this recommendation will be followed by the president, right? And that person will be appointed as the chief information commissioner, okay. Now to become CIC, okay, to become a CIC, you need to have some qualification, okay, and this is not the educational qualification, okay. The CIC and IC shall be a persons of eminence in public life with wide knowledge and experience in law, science and technology, and social service, management, journalism, mass media, or administration and governance. Okay, so it is basically open-ended discussion. Okay, this is open-ended, that the person who is to be appointed, okay, the person who is to be appointed as the chief information commissioner and the information commissioner can be anybody, okay, can be anybody. So who has the knowledge and experience in law, okay, like lawyer, okay, like a lawyer, eminent lawyer, or a judge, okay, who is has experience in science and technology, might be a scientist, social service, any social servant, okay, management, any businessman, okay, journalism, uh, journalist, any kind of journalist, okay, mass media or administration. Basically the information commissioners and chief information commissioners, they come from these areas, administration and governance, okay, administration and governance. That means the retired bureaucrats. Okay, the retired bureaucrats or the retired IS officers, IPS officers, IFS officers, all these people. Okay, all these peoples, they generally become these CIC and IC. Okay. They shall not be MP or MLA. Okay, they shall not be MP and MLA or hold any other office of profit or connected with any political party or carrying on any business or pursuing any profession. Basically, the person who is to be appointed should be jobless. Okay, should be jobless. That means he should be completely free of all the responsibilities. Okay, he should be completely free of all the responsibilities so that there should not be conflict of interests. Okay, there should not be any kind of conflict of interest. Okay, there should not be any kind of conflict of interest, right? So that should not be, that person should not be MP MLA. Okay, that should not hold any office of profit. What is this office of profit? That office of profit is something very different thing, right? Then connected with any political party, he should not be in from any political party, or he should not carry on any business, right? Any business, he's not running any business, or he can use the information to run his own business. Okay, or pursuing any profession. Okay, conditions of service. The tenure of CIC and IC is 3 years. Okay, it is 3 years. It used to be 3 years. Okay, it used to be 5 years earlier. Okay, it used to be earlier 5 years, now it is 3 years. Okay, then retirement is at 65 years of age. Okay, not eligible for reappointment. Once CIC or IC is retired, he cannot be reappointed as the same post. Okay, cannot be the same post. Okay, through the RTI Amendment Act 2019, the RTI 2005 has now been amended in 2019. The conditions of service are determined by the central executive. That means the central government will decide. Okay, the central government will decide the tenure, the retirement age, and the salary. Okay, tenure, retirement age, and the salary of this CIC, that is Chief Information Commissioner, and IC, that is the Information Commissioner. Now, I'm telling you that you have access to the information, right? You have access to the information as information, whatever you want. Okay, the information, whichever information you want, you have that access, right? But there are several exemptions. Okay, there are several exemptions to this law. Those exemptions are according to section 8. Just a minute. According to this section 8 of this law, okay, section 8 of this law, the information which affect the sovereignty, okay, the sovereignty, integrity of India, or security or strategic, scientific, or economic interest of the state, or relations with the foreign state, or lead to incitement of an offense. These kind of informations will not be provided. Okay, these kind of informations will not be provided. Okay. Okay. So integrity of India, the security or strategic, scientific, or economic interest of the state, right? It is not like you cannot ask the government that what is the price of why did you buy these Rafale planes from France? Okay, you cannot ask this. This is under the security of India. Okay, this is under the security of India, right? Or why are you building the rockets in India? Right? Why are you building the rockets in India? Why are you building the nuclear reactors in India? Right? These kind of information cannot be asked. Okay, this kind of information cannot be asked. Why? Because this comes under the strategic information. Okay, the strategic information. That means this strategic information in which there can be it can affect the sovereignty of India, the integrity of India, right? Or if you get this information, okay, if anybody gets this information, it can lead to an offense, right? It can lead to an offense. If anybody will give you the information about the secrets of a nuclear reactor, okay, that person may sell it to enemy state. Okay, that person may sell it to the enemy state and earn money, and that come under that enemy state can attack us, right? So this is hence this kind of informations cannot be provided. Okay, the information causing contempt of court or breach the legislative privilege. Okay, if there is any contempt of court is involved here, okay, contempt of court is involved, then this information cannot be given, right? Third party information like commercial confidence, trade secrets, or intellectual property rights. Okay, there are third party information like that of the two states. Okay, two states, say India and USA. Okay, India and USA have made a deal. Okay, they have made a deal, and they have made a deal in which they will develop a trade. Okay, they will develop a market for the trade. So these kind of information cannot be given, right? These kind of information cannot be given because it is a trade secret. Okay, it is a trade secret. Intellectual property, like if tomorrow, okay, if tomorrow I have discovered something else, okay, I have discovered something like which will convert iron into gold, okay, which will convert iron into gold. So it becomes my intellectual property, right? It becomes my intellectual property, right? So nobody can ask me that information, right? Nobody can ask me this information, that how you are converting iron into gold, right? Nobody can ask me this information, right? This is my intellectual property, this is my private property, right? Information available to a person in his fiduciary relationship. Okay, fiduciary relationship, when there is some this kind of like spies and all. Okay, they have this fiduciary relationship with this, that person has some secret information. That person has some secret information, you cannot ask this secret information. Okay, information received in confidence from the foreign government, if there is some foreign government giving this our government some information, that cannot be asked or that cannot be provided to the citizens. Okay, that cannot be provided to a citizen, right? Then information which would endanger, okay, endanger the life or physical safety of any person. Okay, information which will endanger or, okay, endanger the life or physical safety of any person, this information cannot be provided, right? Information which would impede the process of investigation, apprehension, or prosecution of offenders, this information cannot be provided, right? Then cabinet papers, administrative documents, okay, that too in the initial stage, right? That too in the initial stage. Okay, cabinet papers like this uh, that amendment in article 370. Okay, the amendment in article 370, right? Till it was presented in Lok Sabha. Okay, till it was presented in Lok Sabha, this was a cabinet paper. Okay, this was a cabinet paper, and this was a cabinet paper. This cabinet paper could not be asked by anybody. Why? Because the decision was not yet made the public. Okay, this decision was not made public, so that it could create chaos in country. Okay, it could create chaos in country, right? So these kind of informations cannot be given, right? Information which relate to personal information which has no relationship with any public activity or interest. Okay, it is like what prime minister eats in dinner, right? What prime minister eats in dinner. Anybody has filed the RTI? Okay, anybody has filed the RTI that prime minister is a public body, prime minister is a public servant, okay, is a public authority. So I want to know that what prime minister eats in dinner, what prime minister eats in lunch, what prime minister eats in breakfast. Okay, it is basically the personal information, Okay, this is the personal information which has no relationship with any public activity. Whatever prime minister eats, does it have anything to do with his governance? No, right? So such kind of information, okay, such kind of informations are not provided. Okay, such kind of informations are not provided. Okay, information can be denied if it would involve infringement of copyright. If there is something which is called as which is breaching the copyright, okay, Copyright Act. There is one Copyright Act is in India. If it is breaching the Copyright Act, or it is going against the copyright infringements. Okay, there is infringement of copyrights. If such activity is going on, this information cannot be given. Okay, a public authority may allow access to information protected by Official Secrets Act 1923 if public interest in disclosure outweighs the harm to the protected interest. Right? If the public interest is more than that of the protected interest, okay, that are the protected secret, then under OSA, okay, under OSA, this information can be given, but it is a conditional information. Okay, this is a conditional information. This is not available every time. Okay, this is not available every time. Okay, section 24. Okay, what this section 24 says, this act shall not apply to intelligence and security organizations. Intelligence and security organization, just like what are this NIA, not CBI. CBI is under this purview of RTI. NIA, IB, okay, Army, Indian Army, or the armed forces. Okay, they cannot become under. They cannot be asked any question under RTI. Okay, and security organization specified in the second schedule of the Act. But information pertaining the allegations of corruptions and human right violations can be provided. Okay, if such allegations are there, if they have received the information, they have received the question according to corruption, if the corruption is going on, if the human right violation is going on. Okay, so in such cases, the information can be asked. So this is the exception for the section 24. So time limit for such information to be known. Okay, time limit for such information to be known is 45 days. It is not 30 days. Okay, it is not 30 days. It is the 45 days. And the act, this RTI Act, can be amended only by central government. Okay, the RTI Act can be amended only by the central government. No state government can amend this RTI Act. Okay, no state government can amend the RTI Act. Right? So this is it about the RTI. Okay, this is it about the RTI, what you need to know. Okay, do you have any questions regarding RTI?
सर जर एवढंच वाचलं तरी होऊन जाणार का? सफिशियंट आहे?
काय म्हटलं?
एवढं सफिशियंट आहे का सर आरटीआयचं तुम्ही जे शिकवलं आता?
ऑलमोस्ट सगळं काय आलंय याच्यात.
ओके सर,
ठीक आहे, ऑलमोस्ट प्रत्येक गोष्ट मी कव्हर करण्याचा प्रयत्न केलाय. ठीक आहे, जितकं म्हणजे इम्पॉर्टंट आहे त्या गोष्टी मी कव्हर करायचा प्रयत्न केला याच्यामध्ये.